Hello everyone, welcome to the video series of XCAN, and today I will walk you through the caching in Arbitrum Stylus, in which I will cover the part like what is the meaning of caching in Arbitrum Stylus, why it is required, how it will be beneficial to the contracts written in Rust. So starting from purpose of the caching, in Stylus the initialization of smart contract is very resource intensive and slow. Caching stores these frequently used contracts in memory so that the performance can be improved. And how it works is there is one contract called CacheManager which has been deployed by Arbitrum. So what that contract does is it holds the 4,000 contracts. It maintains a structure called mean heap to store the contract, and how it works is via the thing called CacheManager. So basically Arbitrum has deployed one contract called CacheManager on which for it can hold 4,000 contracts in it. So basically if you want that to your contracts to efficiently store in the memory for the cheaper gas execution, then you have to cache your contracts and place the bid to place your contract in the CacheManager. So what CacheManager does is it maintains a mean heap structure. So if you want that your contracts benefits from gas savings, then you have to place your contract in the CacheManager. But the restriction is it only can have 4,000 contracts. So if you want to place the bid, so if you want to cache your contract and the suppose 4,000 contracts are already there, and if you want to place your contract, then you have to place the bid higher than the minimum bid that has been placed. I will explain you throughout the structure. What I mean is, for example, this is how mean heap they are maintaining in the backend. So like this, mean heap will be maintained, and on the root of the mean heap, the person who have placed the minimum amount of bid, that will be stand. So if you are placing the bid higher than this person, then this will get evicted from the CacheManager contract, and your contract will get here. It means that your contract is cash, and now you will benefit from gas savings. And what is the meaning of mean heap is, for example, as you can see, the root will have the minimum value from its child, right? For example, here also 12 is lesser than 17, and 6 will lesser than both 7 and 12. So just like this, min heap is maintained in the CacheManager contract, so that you have to place the bid higher than the minimum bid which has been placed, and that minimum bid will be there at the root of the min heap. And the benefits of caching is it your contracts will be much lower activation cost, and the requirement developers must explicitly bid to cache the contract. So in the Xcan, let me walk you through where the caching is needed. So as you can see in the modules.xcan.dev site, we have one module called Arbitrum Stylus. And if you click on start learning on it, then you will be redirected to this beautiful site. And from here, if you are performing any challenges till challenge number 4, then all the contracts are written in Rust. So basically caching is happening for the Rust smart contracts. So if suppose if you want to save your contracts activation costs and gas costs, then you can cache your contracts, and we have integrated how you can cache your contract in every challenges of it. Just click on the quest, scroll down, and we have placed information of what is the meaning of caching and how you can cache your contract for faster, cheaper access. So as you can see, we have placed some information like how you can cache your contracts using the CLI, and I will also walk you through how you can cache your contracts using the CLI. To give you a brief introduction of what is the caching in Stylus, let me walk you through the Smart Cache doc. So basically, Smart Cache is nothing. We have created a site in which you can cache your smart contracts written in Rust using three methods. First one is basically our UI. Second one is our CLI command, which we have mentioned in all Arbitrum Stylus challenges on the speedrun Stylus platform. Like here, you can cache your contract using the CLI command. And the third method is using the Rust crate. So I will explain you all of the things one by one. First, let me walk you through the Smart Cache platform once, like what it is and how we are performing the caching, and what is the cache manager contract deployed on Arbitrum Sepolia. So first of all, yeah, coming to this doc. So this is the platform, and if you want to place the bid for your contract, then you can place the bid from here. You just have to enter the contract address and the bid value. So this is how you can place the bid using your UI. So first of all, why we have built the smart cache, as I have already told that if you want to cache your contract to get benefits of a cheaper access, then you can cache your contracts, right? So that's why we have built this platform. So Moving forward, let me explain you what is the meaning of CacheManager. So as I already told that CacheManager is the contract deployed on the Arbitrum, and CacheManager has been deployed on these three networks, Arbitrum 1, Nova and Sepolia, and all the three addresses you can find from this doc. And we will share you all the links which is coming in this video in the description of the video. So how it works is, as I already told you, that it is maintaining a min heap, right? If you want to learn more about Arbitrum Cache Manager, then you can click on this official link and can learn more about what is the meaning of caching in Stylus, as we have already explained you like 4,000 contract thing, and they are maintaining a min heap thing. So that is already explained. And moving forward, this is the code of the cache manager, which has been deployed by the Arbitrum. So this is the cache manager.sol contract, which has been deployed on Arbitrum. So this is basically you are placing the bid. So it will have the function called placeBid here. So using this function, your bid is being placed. So yeah, this contract is responsible for caching your contract written in Rust. So moving forward, if you want to create a basic stylus project, then here we have placed the complete guide, like how you can place, and we have also given a link to the official doc of the Arbitrum Stylus. Like if you want to deep dive more into how you can write the smart contract in Rust using Stylus, then you can follow from here also. And so basically, Cargo Stylus is a CLI toolkit to facilitate the development of the Stylus smart contract. You first need to install the Cargo using this command. And to create a project, you just need to type the command cargo stylus new and give your project name, and then a basic project will be created in your local ID, and then you will get a counter contract written in Rust. And I have told you like you can cache your contract using three methods. First is UI, then you can cache your contract using the CLI command, and I have added a brief introduction of what is the CLI, how you can install the CLI using this command, and then how you can use the command for it, right? As you can see, after installing it, you can follow these commands to cache your contract directly. And if you want to use .toml file, then also you can use the toml file. And the third and the last method is Rust crate. So you first have to add the crate to using the cargo add command. Then or you can also manually add this dependency in your cargo.toml file like this, and then you simply have to deploy your contract. And before deploying, you just have to import the crate which you have downloaded using this command called cargo. Use Smart Cache SDK, and you just have to import this function, and you just have to declare this function in the Rust contract which you want to cache. Then your contract will be cached. So these all are the three methods using which you can cache your contracts.
So today we will be showing how to cache your contract using CLI command or Rust crate, so that you don't have to place the bid manually using the UI. So this is the official Smart Cache CLI, which is live at npm.js, and you can come here and refer to more about it, like which all commands are available and how to run the command on terminal. So that all information has been stored here, which you can see from this package Smart Cache CLI. So moving forward, let's open a terminal. Yeah, so we have made a command for Smart Cache to place the bid using CLI command. So for that, the command is Smart Cache add, in which you can place the bid using the CLI command, where you have to pass the flags like the contract address and the deployer address. So the deployer address is the contract was deployed by the deployer, and the error is we have to pass the contract address, which we can provide either in the argument itself, or we can pass it in the smartcache.toml configuration file. So first let's try to place the bid of the contract, which I have already deployed on Arbitrum Sepolia. So let's try to place the bid of the contract, and the deployer address is my wallet address, which has been deployed. So this is my wallet address. So let's enter this, and you can pass the network like Arbitrum Sepolia. And if you are not passing the network Arbitrum Sepolia, then it will take the Sepolia network as a default. So let's try to place the bid. as you can see, we are checking the contract has been deployed on Arbitrum Sepolia or not. Then we are checking the user's registration and balance. So as you can see, the bid has been placed successfully. These are the bid logs. So let's also verify on official Arbitrum blockchain network that the bid has been placed successfully. Okay, so as you can see that the bid has been placed successfully 39 seconds ago. So that is placed for the contract which is starting from 0xEE. So that was the contract for which we have placed the bids if you want to cross modify it. So as you can see starting from 0xEE. So yeah, we have placed the bid for this contract. Yeah, so that's how the bid has been placed using our platform. More than 190 contracts have placed the bid using the CLI command, which you can also track from here. As you can see, this is the contract address, this is the deploy address, and they have deployed the contract either via CLI tool or Rust crate or Rust automatic Rust crate or using our web UI. Let me show you what is the meaning of the project level configuration file. And project level configuration file means, suppose if you want to run the command like smart cache add, you only want to run the command till this smart cache add. You don't want to pass the contract address from the CLI command. Then what you can do is simply use project level configuration TOML file. For example, here we are giving the solutions like you can pass the contract address inside from the TOML file for to, and we are also providing the solution how to create that TOML file. For example, this to create a basic TOML configuration template, you have to run the command smart cache init. So let's create a template smart cache init. Then the automatic TOML file will be created. Here, as you can see, we can pass the network on which you have to place the bid, the deployer address, and the contract address for which you have to place the bid. So let me pass a contract address here for which I want to place the bid. As I have already deployed one contract on Sepolia, so let me try to pass the contract address here, and let me try to pass the deployer address here. And the network is Arbitrum Stylus, which is a by default network. So as you can see here, we have not passed the contract address and we got an error, right? So now if you only run that command smart cache add, then we don't get any error. Why? Because we have provided all the configuration from the project level configuration file, which is smartcache.toml file. So everything will be fetched from this. So the terminal command will fetch every details from this TOML configuration file. So now if you only write smart cache add command, then it will automatically start to cache your contract. So as you can see, the bid placement is being going on. Yeah, so as you can see, the bid has been successfully placed. This is the transaction hash. So now we will understand how to uh, place the bid on Arbitrum Sepolia network or mainnet network using the smart Rust Crate SDK. So as you can see, this is the official crates.io site of Rust, where we have published our Stylus Cache SDK, which is a book version 0.1.0. So user just need to install this package, means create Stylus Cache SDK. Create user needs to install using this command cargo add Stylus Cache SDK, so that it will be automatically added to the cargo.toml file. Then like this, that will be added. So then then user just need to add this function to their contract for which they want to place the bid automatically. So once user will add this function to their contract, we will be placing the bid on behalf of user automatically.
So let me show you how you can integrate this. I already have installed the crate using the cargo add stylus cache SDK command. So once you are running this command, that will be installed in your cargo.toml file like this. As you can see, the new dependency called stylus cache SDK has been installed after running the command cargo add stylus cache SDK. So now what you have to do is you have to import that crate and then you have to add this function. This is the kind of annotation to suggest that you want to cache your contract. So as you can see, we have imported the crate and we have also added this function. So now what you have to do is you have to deploy this contract on the network which you want, for example on Arbitrum Sepolia or on Arbitrum mainnet, and then the bid for this contract will automatically placed by our backend. Basically you have to deploy your contract using this command cargo stylus deploy, where we are deploying the contract on Arbitrum Sepolia. So the endpoint will be, so endpoint will have the RPC URL for Arbitrum Sepolia, and you have to add your private key here because you are deploying the contract, so the funds will cut from your wallet. And then let me show you what logs will be there in our backend. This is the logs which we will get in our backend. And then as you can see, we are placing the bid on behalf of the user. So once the contract has been deployed, then we can see that the transaction on the CacheManager contract, which has been deployed to Arbitrum Sepolia by Arbitrum. So you can find that address here, intro to Arbitrum CacheManager, and then you can see that where the CacheManager lies. So this is the address of the CacheManager contract deployed on Arbitrum Sepolia. So let's open that. Yeah, so as we have opened it, so let's wait till our contract is deployed, and then you will be able to see that the bid will be automatically placed. So yeah, as you can see that the contract has been deployed. So this is the transaction hash for that contract, and the contract has been activated. So as you can see, the 1 minute ago, the bid has been successfully placed for the contract. And let's check it. Go to logs. And as you can see, for the contract whose address is starting from 35A16, the bid has been placed. As you can see, starting from 0x35A16. So as you can see, by adding this Rust crate and importing it on the top of the file and then deploying the contract, the bid has been automatically placed. Otherwise, what you have to do is you have to place the bid like using this command manually yourself. But as we have seen that the bid has been successfully placed. So we have seen to place the bid using UI also, using CLI, and using Rust crate also. So that's how you can place the bid using either of these three methods. So yeah, that's all for the caching and stylus. If you have any doubts, then please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you, everyone.